I don't want to ramble, but I'm going to piss some people off. Sorry. And it's at the end of the video. Lies, I'm not sorry. All right, I'm going to talk about some oil, because something's happening with oil. How the U.S. is winning, and how the conservatives want to bring that shit here. Let me start off with oil. Something's happening in oil, because the Saudis are doing that thing again where they manipulate the market. This is from yesterday. That's today. But you'll note it looks like a little uptick there. When I check West Texas Intermediate, yeah, indeed, there's a quick jump upward. Something happened. So I went and checked the breaking news. Boom. Literally. There's a timestamp right there. Will this be an international incident? Will the price of oil continue to increase? I don't know. But keep your eye on this story. All right, the United States and its winning. I am constantly reminded about the polls in the United States saying that Kamala Harris was going to win, and then Donald Trump went and won the election. I hope you realize that the Americans are regretting that. Fox News poll, job approval at 100-day mark. Donald Trump's at 44%, beating his old record of 45%. Massive disapproval. Why? Well, April is shaping up to be the worst April since the Great Depression. You know the Great Depression. It's the last time they tried to implement global tariffs. Now, to bring you up to speed, the United States used to be funded by tariffs, okay? And then they moved to income tax, which was a much better idea. Then the Great Depression happened, and they thought, oh, maybe we'll go back to tariffs. Terrible idea. Fast forward to now, they're trying it again. It's a terrible idea yet again. It will end the same way. And then there's the dumpster fire that was Doge. Let me be clear here. Elon Musk made promises out his ass. That's what these people do. They make these grandiose claims that are just bullshit. The supposed $2 trillion of savings has turned out to be less than 0.1% of federal spending. So 0.1% away from being fuck all. What did they get for all the turmoil? Turmoil. Everything's broken. And the conservatives want to bring that here. This is a terrible idea. They keep telling you that there's all this phantom waste. There's mistakes. Yes. I'm not going to say there isn't. But there isn't the waste that they keep telling you about. The waste is just shit they don't want to pay for, that they should be paying for. Look, people say, why don't you deep dive into the liberal platform? Because the liberal platform isn't full of bullshit. Look, I've gone over these promises for the conservatives time and time again, right? There was the capital gains thing for investment property, which will pretty much eliminate affordable housing in Canada. Yeah, I know. There's a lot of real estate speculators who are like, this is fantastic, but it will eliminate affordable housing in Canada. You think it's bad now? It'll get worse. Then, of course, there's the tariffs that the conservatives want to put in place, just like the Americans. And then, after they put tariffs in place on the U.S., they want to isolate us from global trade so that we're only trading with the U.S. Some of you keep trusting them. Why do you trust them? Is it the bring it home tax cut that you ain't bringing home for 4 years? Look, I'm going to ask the question, if this is such a great idea, why do they keep lying about it? Why are they misleading about it? First up, they keep calling it a 15% tax cut. It's a 2.25% tax cut. They're reducing from 15% to 12.75%, which is a 15% reduction. It's so misleading. Now, the Liberal plan is to implement their tax cut on Canada Day. The whole thing, Canada Day. The Conservatives? Nope, not so much. This is from the Conservative platform. You should download it. It's full of pictures. But there's the tax cut right there, broken down over 4 years. Yeah, you don't get to bring home the full tax cut until 4 years down the road. So it has the potential of being less of a tax cut than the Liberal tax cut, because you're bringing home less in the first few years. He didn't say that in any of his speeches. He's relying on you to not go looking for the details. Buried down here with very little detail. Why are they being deceptive? Why don't you ask that? Why are they being deceptive? Remember, down south, Trump promised to cut taxes on overtime. And then that disappeared. It changed into, we're going to replace income tax with tariffs. And that move is putting people out of work. So it doesn't matter if you have tax on your overtime. You ain't working anyway. They keep misleading you. I'm telling you, all this stuff that they have proposed is going to be a disaster for Canada. If you're voting conservative because you think it's going to fix Canada, you are sadly mistaken.